Take a banana, drop it into a black hole. It sounds like a joke question, but you cannot answer it without breaking either general relativity or quantum mechanics. Physicists have been arguing about that banana for 50 years. First, forget the vacuum cleaner. A black hole does not suck. If the sun were swapped for a black hole of exactly the same mass, Earth's orbit would not change by a meter. A black hole is not a thing. It's a shape, a region where space-time curves so hard that every path forward leads inward. The edge is called the event horizon, and it isn't a surface. There's nothing there to touch. It's simply the last place from which light can still get out. 1 meter further in, and every possible direction points to the center. How big is that edge? There's a formula, and it's shockingly simple. 2 gm over c squared. Feet in the sun, and you get 3 kilometers. Feet in the earth, and you get 9 millimeters. Feet in one banana, and you get 10 to the minus 28 meters. Now here's what makes this question genuinely hard. There are 2 completely different answers, depending on where you're standing, and both of them are correct. Story 1. You are strapped to the banana, you fall, and at the moment you cross the horizon, the point of no return, the edge of everything, absolutely nothing happens. No jolt, no flash, no sign at all. You sail straight through. What does eventually get you is the difference. Gravity pulls harder on the near end of the banana than the far end, and that gap grows fast. Stretched lengthwise, squeezed sideways. Hawking called it spaghettification, and the name stuck. But here's the counterintuitive bit. Bigger black holes are gentler. Fall into a stellar mass one, and you're shredded long before you reach the horizon. Fall into a supermassive monster, and you cross intact, without noticing a thing. Once you're inside, something genuinely strange happens to the geometry. The direction towards the center stops being a direction in space and becomes a direction in time. You cannot steer away from the singularity for the same reason you cannot steer away from next Tuesday. So how long does the banana have once it's over the edge? For a 10 solar mass black hole, about 1/10 of a millisecond. For the one at the center of our galaxy, roughly a minute. For M87, a bit over a day. Now story 2. You stayed behind and you're watching through a telescope. You never see the banana cross, ever. Its clock, seen from out here, runs slower and slower as it approaches the edge, and it takes infinitely long to arrive. And you don't watch it hover there forever either, because the light it sends back gets stretched. Yellow, then red, then infrared, then radio, then nothing. The banana dims out of existence in a fraction of a second, which raises the question that actually matters. The banana carried information. Every atom, every bruise, the exact arrangement of it. Quantum mechanics has one rule it will not bend on. Information is never destroyed. So where did it go? In 1974, Hawking showed that black holes are not entirely black. Right at the horizon, quantum pairs flicker into existence. One falls in, one escapes, and the whole slowly loses mass to pay for it. And that is where the trouble starts. Hawking's calculations said the escaping radiation is perfectly random. Pure heat, carrying no memory of what fell in. Wait long enough and the black hole is gone, the banana is gone, and the information is gone with it, which is not allowed. The first crack came from Jacob Bekenstein. He worked out that a black hole's entropy, how much information it hides, is proportional to the area of its horizon, not its volume, its surface. That one detail turned into the holographic principle, the idea that everything inside a volume of space can be written down completely on its boundary. If it's right, the banana was never really lost. It was smeared across the horizon. And in 2019, this stopped being philosophy. Several groups managed to actually compute how the information comes back out. The entropy rises, then turns over and falls. It's called the page curve, and getting it right is the strongest sign yet that nothing is destroyed. Although you would have to be extremely patient. A black hole the mass of the sun takes around 10 to the 67 years to evaporate. The universe is currently 14 billion years old. That's not a long wait. It's an insulting one. And when it does finally come back, it will not be a banana. It comes out as radiation so thoroughly scrambled that reconstructing the fruit would mean measuring every last photon emitted over that entire span. In principle, possible. In practice, never. And there's still a live argument about the edge itself. Some physicists think that keeping the information intact forces the horizon to become a wall of lethal energy, a firewall, which would mean story 1 is wrong and the banana burns on arrival. Nobody has settled it. So what actually happens to the banana? Torn into a thread of atoms? Frozen and reddened into invisibility for everyone watching? Crushed at a place where our equations stop working? And then, over a span of time that makes the age of the universe look like nothing, quietly radiated back out. And that's why a silly question about fruit is worth 50 years of argument. The banana is a test case. Whatever finally reconciles gravity with quantum mechanics has to say precisely what became of it. Until someone can do that, we do not actually know what happens when anything at all falls into a black hole.